Dillon, does much need to be said this week in terms of just, you know what you got to prepare for? I know last season, against Cincinnati, that was a game you'd like to have back, but the fact you're playing a team, you're hosting a team that's ranked number 7, even beyond that, if you win, I mean, the conference championship, still some other things need to happen, but you can get right back in it with the win. Is that something that is kind of in the back of your mind as you prepare for Cincinnati this week?
I think it's just, focusing on this week and then letting everything else play out. All our focus is on Cincy this week and how we can prepare as best as we can. And then, when it comes Saturday, obviously, hash it out and play, a good game. So.
Dillon, along those lines, has there been much talk amongst the players about what the importance of this weekend and kind of maybe taking on the role as a hunter instead of the hunted?
Of course, I think, every single week, we're talking about the game and, how we can go out there and figure out a way to win. And, that's all it is, find a way to go +1 and then, letting everything else play out. So.
Dillon, that defense is still extremely good for Cincinnati, much like they were last year against the game when you guys played there. When you look at them now on film, is it kind of the same defensive attack, the same, the same, the good pass defense, the tough run defense, a lot of the same things you guys saw last year too?
For sure, they're a great team. Their defense is very strong. Got some big dudes, and then also just guys who chase the ball and are able to make plays. So I think it'll be a good challenge for us, but it's also a great opportunity to just go out there and showcase our talents and be able to play. So we're going in with the same mindset as we do every week. Prepare really hard, and then go out there and find a way to win. So.
Dillon, when you see what Cincinnati's been able to do on defense, is this kind of an exciting matchup? Because, you guys are tops in the conference, maybe best in the nation in offense, scoring, total offense. Cincinnati's one of the best in the nation in scoring defense and, that kind of stuff, total defense. Does that matchup just kind of excite you when you have maybe one of the best offenses going up against one of the best defenses?
I think it's, like I said, it's just another opportunity. They're obviously a great team. And they play really hard, so it's going to be a tough, deal on that Saturday. But we're going to prepare as hard as we can, and then we're going to go out and do our thing as well. So we're excited for the opportunity. A lot of the guys are focused like always, and we're going to attack this week like we do every single week. So.
Dillon, how would you assess how your offensive line has performed? You guys have really it's been a core group so far this year. How have they done for you, and what have you seen out of their performance?
They're a strong group, super intelligent guys, and then likewise, physically can do everything we ask them, and also my best friend. So, just having that, camaraderie, and then also just being so close, I think it speaks for itself. Being able to just trust each other, and then also just go out there and believe in one another. So, I'm their biggest supporters and also one of their biggest believers, and I wouldn't take any other group, in front of them. So,
Dillon, what do you remember about last year's game at Cincinnati, and how helpful is it that you guys don't have to travel there this year? I know there's obviously a limited capacity at the stadium, but how big is it to have this game at home against a team like Cincinnati?
I think it's really great anytime you get a home game and are be able to play in front of Night Nation. Obviously. They're one of the best fan groups in the whole nation, and just them being able to be there, it feels good. But also, with COVID going on, even though it's not as much as we're used to, you can still feel them. So that in itself feels really good. But at the same time, wherever you play, it's a football field, the same measurements, same everything. So just being able to play at home feels good with Night Nation, but other than that, it's the same thing, just going after it and playing ball. So,
Dillon, I think the defense is still a big storyline for this team, considering the turmoil of the last couple of weeks. But with the last 2 games, this defense has played extremely well. Just for you, on the sideline, obviously, but just watching this defense the last 2 weeks, what has it been like to have that kind of support on the other side of the ball?
Really good. I think. Like I said, it's helping each other out. It's an ultimate team sport. That's what football is. when one's struggling, and if the offense is struggling, defense helps them out. If defense is struggling, the offense helps them out. It's a full team game, and I think when both the sides are clicking and playing very well, we can do some really good things. So it's been really good, for the defense obviously clicking, but at the same time, I had a bunch of belief in them and their capability of what they want to do, and just as a squad, we want to be able to play to the best of our ability. So anytime we can see that, I'm proud of all of our guys.